Hello everyone, this is Sheshe coming to you today with an episode of Thinking Outside the Box. I apologize it's been so long since I made one of these, but I thought why not come on and share an idea I had about one of the recent dies that I wanted to purchase, and it's called True Multifaceted Heart Cutaways, and it's on the Winnie and Walter website, and it's a heart and it looks like this. I'm going to show you what I came up with and give you an idea of how to recreate it. So here it is, and it looks like that. So I'm going to show you how I came up with this, and maybe I can save you from buying the die. I know it's really cute, but I just couldn't help myself. I want it so bad, but I'm hoping that this actual option that I came up with will satisfy the urge to purchase it because it looks sort of like it, but it's just not the actual cutout, it's the frame. So maybe you're in the same predicament I'm in, and maybe eventually I'll break down and purchase it if I want the whole piece to cut out like this, but I think this frame will satisfy the urge. So anyway, stay tuned and I'll show you how to recreate this. So what I want to show you is not only how to recreate that particular die, but also how to stretch some of your dies in your collection if you're just starting out in die cutting. So I have this Spellbinders Artisan Explorer machine because it fits in the screen. I have other die cutting machines, but this one is small enough so you can see what I'm using. So what I have here is my Sizzix heart set, and they're supposed to be nested, and unfortunately when you cut a big heart it doesn't give the border that I wanted. With that particular die, it has a thinner border around it, and it has something like this on the inside. So I was a little disappointed when I tried this out, but I'm going to show you some ideas on how to stretch your die. So first I want to show you how to get a frame in case you don't know this. Now this is nothing new that I came up with. This particular technique is all over YouTube. So I just want to show this for some of the people who have never seen how to make a frame with your dies. So what you do is take one size die and the next size die. You can tape it down with whatever tape you use. I'm using washi tape, and you make a frame by nesting these two dies together. So I'm going to do that right now and demonstrate. And you take your other plate on top and then you run it through your die cutting machine like this. And then once it comes out, I'll show you what the frame looks like. And then I'll show you some ideas I have and how to stretch your dies if you have a limited supply of dies. I was also watching Christina Griffith's YouTube channel, and she gave some wonderful ideas on if you don't have this particular die, then I'm going to show you in your collection on how you can recreate this. So here I have my die cut out, and I'm going to pop this out, and here is my frame. So as I explained, as you can see, it doesn't give me that thin border. So if I used this template, it's not really going to look like the Winnie and Walter die that I was hoping for, but it's close. It's really close. So my next idea that I came up with is using the frame. So that is a lot closer to the Winnie and Walter die that I wanted on their website. So if you have this in your collection. It's called the Spellbinders Great Effects. It only has 2 dies inside. It has the rectangle and the inner lay die, which only cuts out this inner part. And then the border cuts out the actual rectangle so that you get one piece. But this part, it just cuts this part out, and then you have to cut it out with the rectangle to get the rest of the piece out. So when I saw that, I thought, wait a minute, what do I have in my collection that I can recreate that without spending the money? So I decided to go that route and save myself that, because I get the same type of design going this way. So I just thought I'd come on and share this tip with you in case you have that in your collection, to try maybe that. Or you can also cut out strips of paper like this and just strip them along inside the heart frame and come up with this design, and you can come up with this type of heart shape instead of buying the die. It's up to you if you want to do that, but I just thought maybe I should, you know, save myself some money, because how many times have you watched a video, saw something cute, ordered it, only to receive it like a week later and then the hype is gone and you don't use it? So that is what I thought I would, you know, share with you. The idea I came up with is, you know, maybe using strips to recreate this particular look, like gluing strips and coming up with your own design in the heart frame. So that's one idea. Then I'll show you some ideas that I came up with, because while I was on their website, they had some other hearts, and that's what I mean by you keep buying hearts over and over and over, because they come up with so many different designs. So I saw some hearts on there with other designs inside the frames. So I started to just come up with ideas of my own. So I cut out a frame, and what I did was I took some strips of paper, glued them on the back, and I put a heart in the middle, and I came up with this template. So I'll show you what that looks like on the back. And if you're concerned about this, you can also glue it, make some glitter glue mixture, and this is what I did for this one. And you can't really tell it's, you know, all these different pieces. It looks more like a solid piece. So I put some lace on the back, and I put the love, you know, I have a love punch that I punched out, and I just put that over top, and I put some little bling right here in the corner to make this one. So here's an idea for this one, and this is just a heart that popped out of another heart that I did when I was making frames. This one came out of this one, and I just put this one in the middle to come up with that design. And then here's another design, and you know, you just keep coming up with ideas. And then I made a bigger one with the stripes going a different way, so you can switch it up and use stripes going a different direction. See, I have one going this way and one going that way, so you can just change it up. And then I put the love going across to make a different embellishment. And then I used a glitter mixture. I mix glitter and Mod Podge together, and I just painted on my cardstock, and I get a solid piece of, you know, glitter paper, and it doesn't rub off or flake off. It's just solid, so it comes out really pretty and sparkly, and it looks just like I had some glitter paper. So that's another idea. So, you know, if you have frames, this can look nice with all kinds of different things. Like I have a star that you can put in the back. Here, I'll put this one right here, and just, you know, give you an idea of, you know, just some frames you can come up with. Because when I first got all my dies, someone gave me advice. They said, just buy basic shapes. You'll always get use out of them. But when I really got the dies, I didn't use all the circles and the squares. But now that I am getting settled in my craft room, I'm starting to play around with my tools, I do realize I need those shapes, and you can make frames and shakers and all kinds of different designs and things. So now I see that, hey, maybe I need to slow down in buying all these dies, because maybe some of the things that I already have can do the same thing. Instead of buying the template already made like that, I can make it myself. So I just thought I'd come on, share some tips and ideas with you guys on, how you can recreate some of the things that maybe you wanted to purchase, but, these things get expensive over time. Here's another one with the star, and I put 2 little bling pieces right here and some stripes going down the middle and love right across the star. And I also have this piece right here. So if you wanted to, you could make a different look like this, and just change it up. And how I got this piece, this came from a pack from Tuesday Morning. I got it for $2.99, and this just cuts out this part right here, and then it has a square going around that you can cut out the other part. But I look for dies sometimes that do that, and you can use this for a circle or a triangle or any type of template. I have this frame right here that it's by Spellbinders. It's labels 20. If it doesn't quite fit, you could make it go across like that and get it to fit, and make a card or a shaker or something like that and cut it out, just to give some different looks of your dies and stretch your collection out. So I just thought I would share some of these ideas with you. This is a great die to have, especially if you want to change it up, but also know that you can also recreate this by just making a rectangle frame and using strips of paper and gluing them across and coming up with your own design. I saw this on Christina Griffin's channel, and she made the same type of card without the die. The die is just easier to cut it out all at once, and it's all connected together without any glue. So if you always wanted this die but money's tight, just know that you can recreate this at home without the die, just using strips of paper. So that's my time. I just thought I would come on and share some ideas with you and let you know that, if you never thought about it, maybe it's time to start, checking out your collection, thinking about maybe recreating some things, changing some things in your collection. Just experimenting and doing some different things maybe you never thought of before. I know I never thought about it. I just kept buying dies in different shapes and styles, and I just never thought about it until recently. And I hope that this urge to buy that die goes away. I think this experiment will satisfy the need to purchase that die now that I thought about this in my collection. So that's my time. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic weekend. I hope I've been helpful for you.